For a team that was coached and loaded with such great football contributors, Kyle Shanahan, great coach. McCaffrey, Kittle, Debo, Ayuk, the list could go on forever about the 49ers and how loaded they are. The 49ers, maybe the most unprepared group of players and coaching in recent Super Bowl history. I mean, not only were they just not prepared for a lot of the things that the Chiefs ended up throwing at them in the latter parts of that game, they try to run a disguised blocking scheme down by the goal line on 3rd and goal in overtime, and they leave Chris Jones, a top 5 pass rusher in the league, unblocked. Doesn't give the quarterback time. He can't execute a throw. It's got a guy wide open over the middle in the end zone. It's got another guy wide open in the flat. Can't get the throw there. They have to settle for the field goal. Unprepared. Didn't execute properly when the moment was at its biggest. Didn't execute, clearly. Forced to a field goal, end up losing the game. On top of that, the 49ers won the toss in overtime and took the ball. Is it possible to go into the biggest game of the season and of all of these guys' careers and not know the overtime rules? No, there's no way they don't.
Hey, even if we score a touchdown, they still get the ball. I didn't know that.
Oh, wait, they all didn't know the rules. Everybody on the 49ers didn't know the rules. Kyle Shanahan didn't know the rules, because if he knew the rules, he wouldn't have taken the ball when he won the coin toss. Oh, he wanted to rest his defense. That doesn't make any sense. They went to a commercial break. Once they went to overtime, then they did the coin toss. Then they did all the hoopla. Defense was rested enough. These are grown men, NFL players, peak physical athletic specimens. And by the way, if the Chiefs defense just folds and they give up a touchdown, good news. They get the ball and they can just go match what the Chiefs did. But the 49ers thought touchdown wins the game. Oops. Didn't know the rules. Kyle Juszczyk, fullback on the 49ers, mic'd up on the field during the game, as well as asked about it after the game. Yeah, I thought touchdown won it on that first possession. Oh my God. How do you not know the rules? How is this not discussed? Chris Jones, the defensive tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs, asked about the overtime rules after they won the game, goes, yeah, we had like a bunch of different meetings about it, wanted to make sure everybody knew the rules in overtime, the rules about how both teams get a chance to touch the ball no matter what. If you're the second team to touch the ball, you got to match or do better than what the first team did in order to either continue or win the game. They knew all the rules. The coin toss happens. The 49ers win the coin toss. They go, we want the ball. And Patrick Mahomes was stunned. Had to keep a straight face. Literally was like, okay. They want the ball. Okay, yeah, you know what? They want the ball. Maybe they want to, I guess they want to go score. Runs back to the sideline. Yeah, they want the ball. I don't know, guys. Holy shit, they don't know the rules. In the Super Bowl, I mean, we probably just won because they want the ball. And then Kelsey's like, good. They want the ball. Let them have the ball. Hello? What is happening? NFL is rigged, or Chiefs haters crowd. Why don't you take a different angle? That angle is 49ers were unprepared, didn't know the overtime rules, didn't execute in a big moment, and lost the Super Bowl because they literally didn't know what the rules were in overtime. Bananas that they didn't know the rules, but they didn't. Clearly they didn't. Any reasoning, anything else that they come up with doesn't make sense. It's not valid enough. Bottom line, deep down, whatever excuse they had, they didn't know the rules. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. To go into the biggest game of your life as a coach in Kyle Shanahan or as players and not know the overtime rules is the craziest thing I've ever heard of. It's insane. That just goes to show you the difference between Kyle Shanahan and Andy Reid. The difference in legacy, the difference in preparation, the difference in attention to detail. The 49ers never talked about it as a team, weren't prepared for it, didn't know the rules, overlooked that kind of stuff. And Andy Reid and the Chiefs, based on multiple players' testimonies, had a bunch of meetings about the overtime rules. They went over it in every single practice. They talked about it before the game. They talked about it as the game was developing, the potential for an overtime. 49ers never talked about it. Weren't prepared, panic, under pressure, don't know how to handle a game, don't know how to manage a game. And that goes for this situation of not knowing the rules, goes for Kyle Shanahan as a coach too. Proves yet again that overall, he just wasn't fully prepared. And the moment was too big. And push comes to shove, gets down to crunch time, 49ers don't come through again. What's new? What's new? Last time the 49ers played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, they had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. They lost the game. 2 years ago in the NFC Championship against the LA Rams, 49ers had a 10-point lead, lost the game. This past Super Bowl had a 10-point lead against Mahomes, basically had him shut out for the first half, lost the game. Less about Mahomes, Chiefs, Super Bowl, NFL's rigged, more about Kyle Shanahan's inability to keep and secure a lead in crunch time, to put the defense in the right situation so that it don't let the opponent score twice unanswered. Because you can let them score once if you got a 10-point lead, then you get the ball back. You know what? Forget about offense. Let them score. We just want them to score so that we can get the ball back. We can run our offense efficiently. We can get first downs. We can manage the game. We can control the clock and allow ourselves to win based on clock management, game management, and offensive play calling. But every time Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers get a double-digit lead in a massive game, they choke it. They choke it. That's becoming the storyline of Kyle Shanahan. Give all the credit in the world to Kansas City. All the credit to Mahomes and Andy Reid. They took advantage of that situation. They executed when they needed to. They had the right calls, the right schemes, did everything to a T. Additionally, 49ers, and more specifically Kyle Shanahan, absolutely fold when it comes down to crunch time. Just like situations where it's just absolutely gotta have it, the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan never do. Gotta get this first down. We just gave up a score when it was a 10-point game. Now it's 7. They kicked the field goal. We gotta get a first down here. Nope, they don't get it. Going to overtime. Besides the fact that they forgot the overtime rules or didn't know them at all, they elected to receive in overtime, go down the field, get 3rd and goal. Gotta have it. Kyle Shanahan, offensive scheme, execution, all 11 guys doing what they need to do. Didn't get it. Left Chris Jones unblocked. Purdy throws it away, kick the field goal, lose the Super Bowl. Stories about Shanahan just as much as anything else. The guy is a great coach. He's a great football mind, but it's got to have it moments. Shanahan doesn't. Bottom line.